and maiming. And we all know the French Quarter is a 300-year-old place. It's fragile. And so the people who were able to find cover inside of those buildings, if those bombs have been detonated, who knows the loss of life that we would be dealing with. And the only reason that the loss of life that is so regrettable and so unfortunate, so many beautiful lives lost, citizens, non-citizens, Christian, Muslim, black and white, the only reason that wasn't worse was because of these three men I stand with right now. We've all heard stories of departments in other cities freezing in these moments of crisis, calling for backup, finding cover, calling supervisors, and even more loss of life inside of the buildings that they were surrounding. But these men did not freeze. The members of the NOPD did not freeze. They ran to danger. They put themselves in harm's way. They were injured in the process. And they ran to danger. They neutralized that threat. And they stopped this terrorist from detonating those bombs. And I want you to, for a minute, imagine if they had not. Imagine if Jabbar had been able to unleash however many bullets he had in his gun. Imagine if he had been able to detonate those bombs. What we would be dealing with now. The families, the many more families that would be grieving today. The devastation to the infrastructure of a 300-year-old French Quarter. And so when you imagine that, I want you to look at these faces. I want you to look at the face of Sergeant Nigel Daggs, of Officer Jacoby Jordan, and Officer Christian Byer. And I want you to realize that these are not only New Orleans heroes, but these are American heroes. In today's world, we are so quick to point out what someone did wrong that we often forget to point out what someone did right. And of course, there's going to be some finger pointing. It's already started. And there's going to be after-action reports. And after-action reports are important. But before we, as a community, go too far down that path, there's something we need to do first, and that is to thank these American heroes. And so the DA's office has put together and is presenting the first Pillar of Courage Award, honoring extraordinary bravery and service. And this one goes to Officer Christian Byer, and it reads, "The strength of this city lies in the courage of its protectors." And we have one for Christian Byers, we have one for Sergeant Daggs, and we have one for Officer Jordan. And it's really, I hope that you train your cameras on these men because these are your heroes. When you see them at Home Depot, you see them at Walmart, you see them with their families, never forget what they did for the people of this community. They have families of their own. And whatever your job is, the goal is to always be able to get back home, right? These men didn't think about that. They put themselves in harm's way, and we have a debt that we can never repay to them. And I thank you so much for your service to this community and your heroism. And I thank you so much for your courage and your heroism to this community. We bring these men up. These are the people you need to see, not me.
Mr. Williams, could you please identify who's who and what district they or what division they work in, please?
I'm gonna let you say. I'm gonna let them say because these are the only words you're gonna hear from today.
Sergeant Nigel Daggs, Officer Christian Byer, Officer Jacoby Jordan. We all represent the 5th District.
5th District. And will Officer Rodriguez also get one of these awards?
Well, we're gonna do that, but these are the officers that we have here today that could be here today, and you know, the fact that I mean, they were injured in this process. I thought I was gonna have to go present it to them, but these men are back at it. These are truly selfless public servants that put this community and put the welfare of others well beyond themselves. And these are young men with a lot of life to live, but they put that life on the line for this country and for this city, and we have to make sure that we never forget them.
And how is Officer Rodriguez doing? How is he recuperating?
Recuperating very, very well, thank God. This is truly, this is grace of God. When you talk about how much worse this could have been for these officers and for the men and women they saved.
And the two who were shot, who went to the hospital, were Officer Jordan and Officer Rodriguez. Did I have that correct?
And what's Officer Rodriguez's first name, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah.
We'll get you all that information afterwards, and we'll make sure you're present for all that.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Christian, could you hold it so we can
Oh,
actually?
yeah.
Yeah, get closer.
Yeah. Can y'all see the photo one over the mic?
And where was Officer Jordan shot? Can we ask that?
Keep the phone on. Good. Thank you.
And Mr. Williams? Thank you. Mr. Williams?
I'll be right back. Give me
Okay,
one second.
okay.
Yeah, we could have